Here we have the President of the United States, along with his motorcade, his aircraft, and his entourage. If anyone else in the world enjoys a similar level of exclusive treatment, it would be none other than King Salman of Saudi Arabia. As the ruler of one of the wealthiest monarchies on the planet, boasting a collective fortune exceeding $1 trillion, King Salman knows how to travel lavishly. His journeys involve a fleet of aircraft, a massive collection of luxury cars, and the company of thousands, including aides, family members, and staff, all aimed at ensuring his comfort no matter where he goes. In this video, we're diving into the details of his extravagant travel arrangements, because why not? Experiencing unparalleled luxury. What does true luxury travel entail? For some, it's reclining in first-class seats or flying via a private jet. For others, it may mean booking opulent hotel rooms or staying in expansive suites. But when it comes to the Saudi king, the concept of traveling in style reaches an entirely different level. Take, for example, his 9-day visit to Indonesia in March 2017, a historic trip that marked the first time in nearly half a century a Saudi monarch had visited the nation. The last occasion a Saudi monarch visited Indonesia dates back to 1970, when King Faisal bin Abdul Aziz met with President Suharto in Jakarta. This historic visit was anticipated to greatly stimulate Indonesia's economy, with projected investments reaching approximately $25 billion. Unsurprisingly, the event drew significant media coverage, but what truly captured widespread attention wasn't the purpose of the king's trip, it was the extraordinary manner in which it unfolded. King Salman's entry into Indonesia was unlike anything ever witnessed from a visiting foreign leader. Once the Saudi royal family's Boeing 747 touched down, the king did not descend the tarmac using conventional stairs. Instead, he employed a custom-made golden escalator. Surrounding him were aides, diplomats, and members of the Saudi royal guard. In total, his delegation was enormous, including roughly 1,500 individuals, among them 25 princes and 10 government ministers. With such an enormous entourage, it's no surprise there was a staggering amount of luggage, 500 tons to be precise. To put that into context, the weight of an African elephant typically ranges from 2.3 to 6.3 tons. That means the total load was roughly equal to 78 of these massive creatures for a 9-day trip. So, what exactly did he bring? Among the numerous items were some truly extravagant ones. A pair of Mercedes-Benz S600 limousines and 2 gold-plated electric elevators. Transporting it all required over 7 aircraft, including 2 Boeing 747-400s, 2 777s, a 757, and 2 737-800s. On top of that, additional cargo arrived aboard a Lockheed C-130 Hercules, which is commonly used as a military transport aircraft. While a standard Boeing 747-400 can typically accommodate up to 600 passengers, when customized as a private jet for the Saudi royal family, it's an entirely different story. Picture this: luxurious carpets, silk-covered furnishings, and gold accents on just about everything. The aircraft features exclusive suites specifically for the king and top members of the royal family, complete with spacious beds and opulent en-suite bathrooms. It's equipped with numerous conference rooms fitted with state-of-the-art technology, allowing important business to continue uninterrupted during the flight. There are also various dining spaces where exquisite meals, crafted by renowned Saudi chefs, are served. For entertainment, passengers have access to oversized flat-screen televisions and an extensive music collection. The plane even includes designated prayer rooms to accommodate religious observances while in the air. On the security front, it is outfitted with high-tech systems, secure communication networks, and advanced defensive measures. Its exterior often features bespoke designs showcasing the Saudi flag and royal insignias, ensuring it stands out instantly. In addition, onboard medical facilities are available to handle health emergencies. With spacious lounges for relaxation, it truly lives up to the title of a flying palace. I used to think scoring a window seat on a plane was the pinnacle of indulgence. Yet, even the wealthiest and most powerful figures on the planet often pick smaller planes to enhance convenience and save money. But that's just not Salman's style. This isn't the first occasion he's embraced over-the-top travel. Take Salman's trip to Russia, for example. Back in 2017, when Vladimir Putin's reputation was still in better standing, he prepared a lavish welcome for an extraordinary guest, King Salman of Saudi Arabia. The visit was significant for multiple reasons, most notably because it marked the first time a Saudi monarch had ever set foot in Moscow. The king redefined the concept of making yourself at home. As he stepped off his grand Boeing 747, he descended via his signature golden escalator. However, on this occasion, the escalator malfunctioned midway, forcing the king into the surprising position of walking down the rest of the way himself. The king arrived equipped with an astounding 2,000 pounds of provisions, both food and beverages, a calculated preparation given the company he was meeting. But he didn't stop there. He brought along his own collection of opulent furnishings, carpets, and decorative pieces, almost as if he had transported a slice of Saudi Arabia with him. Unsurprisingly, King Salman's entourage was massive, with over 1,500 individuals requiring accommodations. This led to the reservation of Moscow's two most luxurious hotels, compelling their usual affluent clientele to relocate. Furthermore, the king ensured the hotels were modified to suit his preferences, which involved swiftly importing an array of gilded decorations and gold-toned furnishings. Money wasn't a concern, and the king spared no expense. This extravagant visit reportedly racked up a staggering $3 million per night. In Russia, there tends to be little resistance when the ultra-wealthy indulge in such grandiose displays. To grasp why King Salman operates on such a grand scale, however, one must delve into the story of the House of Saud and his rise to power. The House of Saud stands as the most affluent family globally, with an astonishing combined net worth nearing $2 trillion. While this might give the impression that every family member lives in ultimate luxury, the reality is somewhat different. With a staggering 15,000 members in the family, the wealth is far from evenly distributed. However, King Salman claims the largest share of this immense fortune. His personal wealth is estimated to be approximately $18 billion, an impressive figure for someone who happens to be the 25th son of the previous king. Needless to say, this immense wealth has firmly secured his place among the world's richest individuals. King Salman was born on December 31st, 1935, merely 3 years after Saudi Arabia uncovered its vast oil reserves. By the time of his birth, his father, King Abdulaziz, was already residing in an opulent palace equipped with electricity, flowing water, and lush gardens, making it the only such residence in Saudi Arabia at the time. Salman received an elite education at the Prince's School, an institution King Abdulaziz specifically established for his sons. It wasn't long before his exceptional abilities began to draw attention. In 1954, he took on the role of deputy governor of Riyadh, and by 1963, he had become the province's governor, holding that position until 2011, when he was appointed crown prince. Following the death of his half-brother, King Abdullah, in 2015, Salman ascended the throne. He then initiated some of the most significant reforms Saudi Arabia had ever seen, greatly increasing the family's wealth. Today, their net worth is estimated to be around $2 trillion. The Al Saud family embodies every notion of royalty, living in a manner so lavish that even Beyoncé and Jay-Z might feel outdone. Salman's inner circle enjoys the epitome of extravagance, surrounded by golden cars, golden bathrooms, gold-plated furnishings, and probably even golden toilet paper. The family's vast fortune is primarily derived from oil and energy ventures. Salman oversees numerous thriving companies in the oil, gas, and energy sectors, collectively valued at trillions. The most substantial source of the family's immense wealth, however, is Aramco, the world's largest oil company, responsible for producing 15% of the planet's oil supply. This global energy powerhouse holds a valuation of approximately $660 billion. Saudi Aramco operates the Master Gas System, recognized as the largest singular hydrocarbon infrastructure in the world, overseeing close to 300 trillion cubic feet of natural gas reserves. With a refining capacity of 5.4 million barrels daily, the company is also branching out into the petrochemical industry. To help diversify the nation's economy, the Crown Prince has significantly bolstered the Public Investment Fund, PIF. In early 2022, the PIF was granted a 4% stake in Aramco, worth an estimated $80 billion, which has facilitated investments in industries such as football, automobiles, and tech enterprises like Uber, Lucid Motors, Microsoft, and Alphabet. The fund also made headlines when it purchased Newcastle United for $370 million. Among the country's notable business figures, the royal family counts billionaire Al-Walid bin Talal, a grandson of Saudi Arabia's founding monarch, King Ibn Saud, who was worth $16 billion as of 2022. He founded the Kingdom Holding Company in 1980, which spans investments in numerous sectors, including real estate, hospitality, entertainment, petrochemicals, aviation, technology, financial services, and media. The firm also holds stakes in major corporations such as McDonald's, Apple, Amazon, and eBay. It holds more than a 20% stake in the luxury hotel and resort chain Four Seasons and emerged as Twitter's second-largest investor near the end of 2022. Beyond that, the Al Saud family has invested heavily in prominent banks, telecom giants, and construction enterprises. Their business portfolio is so expansive that they might not even keep track of all their ventures. Just think about how drastically your life could change if you had access to even a tiny portion of their wealth. The royal lifestyle is unimaginable for most people, especially when you're staring at a staggering figure like $1.4 trillion. If you could claim just a tenth of their immense fortune, roughly $140 billion, you could accomplish some mind-blowing feats. Picture a fully packed Yankee Stadium, where every individual is worth $1 million. You'd surpass the collective wealth of every person there. You could even purchase every single home in Wyoming and still walk away as a billionaire. You could hand every American a $150 check and still retain billions in surplus. Your life is free of the pressures most people face daily. Say goodbye to exhausting commutes and overcrowded office spaces. If you do engage in work, it's likely done from a cutting-edge home office, and your activities probably revolve around managing investments, supporting charitable initiatives, or pursuing passion projects. You have the means to back groundbreaking research, champion the causes you believe in, and make a meaningful impact on the world. Constructing schools, hospitals, and community centers, or contributing to environmental efforts are just some of the ways you could give back. Essentially, having access to even a portion of the Al Saud family's wealth would elevate your lifestyle to one of unmatched luxury, freedom, and opportunity. From everyday routines to extraordinary ventures, every facet of your life and those around you would reach heights that most can only imagine. With 5 times that kind of wealth, King Salman enjoys not just comfort, but an existence marked by extravagant living. And by extravagant, that means he resides not in just one, but 3 ultra-modern, incredibly lavish palaces. The House of Saud has established a collection of 12 grand palaces, intended for the reigning monarch's use. Among these, the 3 most opulent are the Al Oyama Palace located in Riyadh, the Al Alja Palace in Atariya, and the Urga Palace. Another standout is the breathtaking Al Yamama Palace, which functions as King Salman bin Abdulaziz's central hub in the heart of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia's bustling capital. This stunning structure serves dual purposes as the royal court and an official working palace. The exterior showcases a harmonious blend of contemporary architecture and classic Arabic elements, featuring intricate geometric designs and arched windows with pointed peaks. However, it is the interior that truly embodies King Salman's lavish preferences. The palace is adorned with striking chandeliers that are akin to magnificent works of art, complemented by plush carpets, ornate antiques, and an abundance of gold detailing. While it's challenging to assign this palace a definitive monetary value, its worth likely stretches into the hundreds of millions. When King Salman desires a change from the grandeur of Al Yamama, he often retreats to the more modest Al Alja Palace. This older residence is far less contemporary, showcasing the quintessential aesthetics of traditional Saudi design. Its walls boast detailed carvings and black and white images capturing Riyadh's history. Though it lacks the extravagant gold accents of Al Yamama, Al Alja compensates with its historical significance. As one of the oldest palaces globally, its value is immeasurable. Another remarkable royal structure is Urga Palace, ranked among the top 3 most opulent residences crafted by the House of Saud. Situated in Riyadh, it is renowned for its magnificence and lavishness, standing as a powerful emblem of the Saudi royal family's vast affluence. To behold, it is mesmerizing. The gleaming white marble exterior, intricately adorned with detailed carvings, exudes unmatched elegance and prestige. Encircling the palace are verdant gardens, picturesque fountains, and an exclusive swimming pool, all unmistakably declaring immense wealth. The interior of this place remains somewhat enigmatic, given its relatively recent construction. Only a select few individuals, including former U.S. President Barack Obama, have been fortunate enough to catch a glimpse of it. Based on the limited photos that have surfaced, it's evident that the palace boasts elaborate decor, opulent silk rugs, Italian marble, and gilded furnishings. Unsurprisingly, such extravagance comes at an astronomical cost. Urga Palace carries an astonishing value of $500 million, placing it among the most expensive residences globally. If you happen to have a spare $500 million, this could be your ultimate dream home, though it's unlikely the current owners have any intention of parting with it. While living in such grandeur certainly has its advantages, it isn't all smooth sailing. The Saudi royal family's wealth is impossible to miss and often admired, though it hasn't escaped criticism in certain parts of the world, particularly in France. Discontent in France during Salman's Paris visit, matters took quite an intense turn. Over 2,000 members of his extended family descended upon a quiet town on the French Riviera. Since he holds the title of king and ensuring his security in France was deemed a top priority, the local government decided to restrict access to certain public spaces, including a nearby beach. This move sparked outrage among more than 100,000 residents. Adding fuel to the fire, he constructed a private elevator from his villa that led straight to the beach, without obtaining the necessary permissions. His extravagant behavior created an uproar and triggered significant backlash due to the disruption it caused for the locals. You might think the backlash in France would have deterred him from repeating such actions, but King Salman took things to an even grander scale during his following visit to Tokyo. His 2017 trip to Japan's capital was a monumental event. In addition to his stops in Moscow and Indonesia, he had critical diplomatic engagements to attend in Tokyo, and naturally, he spared no expense to leave an impression. Accompanied by a 1,000-strong entourage, the Saudi monarch indulged his team with incredible luxuries. He arranged for an astonishing 500 limousines and secured over 1,200 high-end hotel rooms to ensure every member of his group was treated like royalty. The automotive company was forced to hastily gather an additional 300 vehicles from across the nation just to meet his overwhelming requests. This penchant for extravagance extends to the next in line, Crown Prince MBS. Aside from his luxurious lifestyle, MBS also serves as Saudi Arabia's Deputy Prime Minister and Defense Minister. Born on August 31, 1985, in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, he attended King Saud University before becoming his father's personal advisor. In 2017, he was officially named the Crown Prince and Heir Apparent of Saudi Arabia, a title that probably looks impressive on a driver's license, though it's doubtful he's been behind the wheel in quite some time. MBS isn't only recognized as a royal commanding a literal fortune in the billions. He's also renowned for spending it lavishly, from his varied passions to the ventures he invests his oil wealth into. One thing he seems to particularly enjoy is hosting extravagant parties. One such grand event took place in July 2015, where he planned nearly a month-long celebration. The location? None other than Vila, an exclusive private island in Maldives, created to be one of the globe's priciest and most elite destinations. The island features roughly 48 private villas, several of which are perched on stilts above the crystal-clear waters of the Indian Ocean. These luxurious accommodations come equipped with individual decks, private pools, and the service of a personal butler. Uniquely, the resort even included a snow machine, allowing guests to enjoy a make-believe blizzard rite on the warm tropical beach. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, had the entire island reserved exclusively for himself and his entourage, with the extravagant retreat costing an astonishing $50 million. To sweeten the deal, each of the resort's 300-plus employees received a $5,000 bonus on top of generous cash gratuities, far exceeding their regular monthly paychecks of $1,000 to $1,200. The significant expense was justified by MBS's insistence on absolute discretion and privacy. Determined to keep the event out of public scrutiny, smartphones were banned for staff, who were limited to using basic Nokia 3310s for communication. 2 workers lost their jobs for violating this rule, while some were even assigned to welcome the models arriving as part of the festivities. As the boats reached the island's dock, the women were swiftly transported in golf carts to a medical clinic where they underwent testing for STDs. It was only after these tests were completed and the women had settled into their luxurious villas that the seaplanes carrying MBS and his entourage finally arrived. To ensure top-tier entertainment, MBS brought in globally renowned performers like Pitbull, PSY, famous for Gangnam Style, and DJ Afrojack. Jennifer Lopez and Shakira were also slated to take the stage. The men typically spent their days sleeping but came alive as night fell, ready to revel. DJs and live bands filled the night with music on a dance floor overlooking a pool, while smaller stages dotted across the island hosted additional performances. During one Afrojack set, MBS became so enthusiastic that he jumped onto the stage, taking over the DJ booth. The models and men cheered as he played tracks of his choosing, while Afrojack excused himself, quietly venting his frustration once MBS was out of earshot. The celebrations often stretched well into the early morning hours. In certain scenarios, Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, relied on his personal team, such as for handling alcohol, which is prohibited in Saudi Arabia. The villa staff was largely kept at a distance, as the Saudis wished to avoid being seen drinking in another Muslim-majority nation. Yet within days, news about MBS whereabouts was leaked to a local news outlet, quickly capturing public attention. MBS promptly departed, and the women accompanying him left shortly thereafter. In 2015, the world was taken aback when an undisclosed buyer spent a staggering $300 million on a French chateau, claiming the title of the priciest house sale globally at that time. Only 2 years later, it was disclosed that this mysterious purchaser was Crown Prince bin Salman himself, who had been enchanted by Chateau Louis XIV Tante during a business visit. This magnificent 17th-century estate boasts 10 bedrooms, indoor and outdoor swimming pools, a private cinema, squash facilities, 2 ballrooms, a nightclub, a library, and even an aquarium. Moreover, its fountains, lighting, audio system, and air conditioning are all operable via an iPhone. 2 years after this extravagant acquisition, the prince, disguising himself as an art connoisseur, paid $450 million for Leonardo da Vinci's Solvitor Mundi. The famed painting was bought anonymously through a phone bid and reportedly now resides on MBS luxury yacht. MBS isn't the sole member of his family known for indulging in extravagant spending. Take a look at this impressive property, La Chateau de Lumière, or the Palace of Light. This luxurious estate belongs to Khalid bin Salman Al Saud, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's brother and the Saudi ambassador to the United States. It is situated in Great Falls, Virginia. Khalid acquired this mansion for $12 million back in 2017 while he was still attending Georgetown University. The estate features 8 master suite bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, an elegant ballroom, several living and dining spaces, and rare antique decor. Its extensive amenities include a spa, massage room, wine cellar, library, gym, card room, basketball court, and home theater. Outdoors, the property is adorned with lush landscaping, a tranquil pool, a marble-floored lounge area, a cabana, fire bowls, Corinthian pillars, and cozy seating arrangements. Moving on, there's the castle of Castagneto Po. This 40-room estate in Turin, Italy, was purchased by Prince Al-Wali for $25 million. Interestingly, it once served as the childhood home of Carla Bruni, the renowned musician, supermodel, and former First Lady of France. It features breathtaking frescoes, underfloor heating, elevators, and state-of-the-art kitchens, all situated on expansive 70-hectare property. Along with a separate caretaker's residence, the Saudi royal family boasts an array of noteworthy superyachts. One of them, Prince Abdulaziz, which was once the largest yacht globally, carries a price tag of $100 million. Another, the Kingdom 5 previously owned by Adnan Khashoggi and later Donald Trump, was acquired by Prince Al Walid for $20 million. Pegasus 8, purchased by the Crown Prince for $120 million, has the capacity to accommodate 26 crew members and 12 guests. Additionally, MBS is the owner of Serene, a 60-foot vessel bought for over $500 million, which is complete with high-end amenities and was famously rented by Bill Gates in 2014 at a weekly rate of $5 million. King Salman owns a yacht named Aldiria, constructed in 2002 and refurbished in 2006, which can host 30 guests and 21 crew members. This luxury yacht cost $10 million to build and requires $8 to $10 million annually for maintenance. While the Crown Prince is more renowned for his yachts and opulent residences, he's not particularly drawn to cars. Still, his collection includes a few high-end models such as Land Cruisers, Bugattis, Lamborghinis, and Ferraris. Nevertheless, two other princes are known for maintaining exceptional car collections of their own. Prince Turki bin Abdullah boasts an extravagant collection of gold-plated vehicles, which includes a Lamborghini, Bentley, and Rolls-Royce. His Lamborghini Aventador SV, one of just 500 in existence, carries a hefty price tag of $1.2 million, while his Rolls-Royce Phantom Coupe is valued an impressive $4 million. Among his other luxury automobiles is a Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6, worth $2.5 million. Similarly, Prince Badr bin Mohammed bin Fahd Al Saud owns an enviable array of rare vehicles. His garage features masterpieces such as the Bugatti Chiron and Vision Gran Turismo, each valued at over $5 million. One of his standout acquisitions is the Bugatti La Voiture Noire, purchased for $18.2 million, claiming the title of the world's most expensive car at that time. The prince also drives a Ferrari Aperto worth $5 million and an Aston Martin 1-77 worth $1.9 million. Adding to the opulence, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, is spearheading the construction of Neom, a groundbreaking megacity with an estimated cost of $500 billion, spanning a colossal 10,200 square miles along the Red Sea. This futuristic project will be 17 times the size of London and operate entirely on renewable energy. Neom will also feature its own economic zone and implement more liberal regulations compared to the rest of Saudi Arabia. Salman envisions it eclipsing Silicon Valley in technological innovation and dethroning Hollywood as the global hub for entertainment. The ambitious vision includes flying taxis, artificial rain through cloud seeding, a colossal man-made moon, robotic housekeepers, genetic engineering labs, luminescent beaches, and a Jurassic Park-inspired robot dinosaur attraction. With such a keen sense for business, the royal family might be accumulating wealth at a pace faster than they can spend it, but only time will reveal the outcome. For now, we can only observe their opulent lifestyle from afar. After all, what more can we do? But here's something you can do. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. And don't forget to explore the other videos on your screen to see which one piques your interest. Thanks for watching.